My name is Alexandra Denisova. Everyone calls me Alex. I'm currently working as a director of product at UXCam, which is a mobile-first product and experience analytics for mobile product teams. And being a part of the NXLab, I'm advising to first-time or non-product founders how to reach the product market fit, a proven product market fit. In the course of time, I've been working with two companies so far. It's Umazi and Pile. Umazi is a South African startup that is changing the way the companies conduct due diligence. And Pile is the next fintech startup in the crypto. First, I became a member of Byproduct, the Slack community of product professionals and lovers in the Berlin area. If my memory serves me right, I almost had to pass an interview to join it. And anyways, I had a talk with you, right? One of the founders, and told you about myself, my career, and my professional strengths. And I guess I just got on the radar. A few months later, I got the invitation from you to join the MVP of the NXLab. Well, first of all, I have to say this, that I absolutely love product management as a craft, right? And what really fascinates me the most probably is how to apply the system to different circumstances and products, because all of them are very unique. There is no silver bullet. And that's why probably I've indulged myself into joining so many different products and teams and industries throughout my career, right? This art and science and practice of figuring out the best way to innovate and to win, right, is something that gives me immense pleasure. But also, I really love to help people. And I realized that as a product professional, I was lucky actually to have been a part of a few early ventures. And, most companies, they don't hire PMs in the very beginning, which makes sense. So most of the PMs out there, they have been exposed to feature work or to growth work or to expansion work, but it's not really easy to find the expert advice on how to get your initial idea to success, right? And I dedicated quite a lot of hours to understanding what is product market fit, how it manifests, and what are the main levers to get into your idea to PMF, right? Not leaving just it to chance. And I also see that in the modern startup ecosystem, there is a very big pressure for growth, right? A lot of founders are forced to rush to growth, skipping or not having reached a reliable PMF foundation. And I think that this is one of the top reasons why startups fail. And I realized that with my knowledge and experience, I can help these founders to get to a proven PMF, right? That not only shows in numbers, but also presents a long-lasting competitive advantage for their future market expansion, right? It's not just experiments, it's a deliberate strategic work that will help save time, avoid frustrations, and strengthen the chances. So I saw this as an opportunity, and I didn't really think twice. I don't really think there is one answer to this question, because there's literally there's no borders, right, to product expertise. It just doesn't end at a Jira ticket or a wireframe or a persona or a demo, etc., right? This product thinking, it permeates every area of your business. And building your product expertise is hard, and get it good at building products and making them successful is really hard. And as I mentioned before, there is no single sustainable, repeatable recipe for success, but there are multiple recipes for failure, right? And in my opinion, an expert is a person who has had some successes and many failures. And now he or she understands, on the gut level, when and how to pull the right levers in the given conditions with the given variables in order to avoid failures and create as much affordance for success as possible. And I really don't believe that a framework or a course or a book can teach you this, right? It's earned with the experience. And as a rule of thumb, product leaders do have it. So turning to an expert advice in product building is just the way to save you money, time, frustrations on the way. By the time we met, Umazi has already done a great job of understanding their target customer, their needs, and the basic functionality that they need to bring in their MVP. However, Cindy and Kyle, co-founders, they understood that a good idea per se and advanced technology is not enough to make a successful business, right, these days. So together we arrived at understanding that they had to find the sweet spot of the viable market niche and relevant value proposition to ignite success and crystallize their competitive differentiation in the market to keep it going. So, and then understanding this will trickle down into prioritizing and allocation of resources between the highest impact ideas. That was the initial goal or challenge that they had, right? But we got to the root cause of this. So we define some of the outcomes of our collaboration together, right? And one of them would be getting to the creating the PMF strategy and supportive product roadmaps and goals. That requires, of course, many inputs, such as understanding your target audience, right? Assessing the competitive landscape, positioning space, crafting value prop, discovering growth channels, etc. So I've provided some guidelines and conducted workshops to the Umazi team to enable them to come up with those inputs, right? We'll further review and iterate them up to the point where these inputs comprise a well-rounded, compelling strategic system, I would say. And next, we are identifying the riskiest assumptions to develop the strategies to validate and mitigate them, right? Because this is one of the unique features of the PMF work, right? Because you're building your whole product basically based on the assumptions, and so risk. And lastly, we'll develop the goal system to define the benchmarks that would evaluate their progress, because I think it's critical to know that you've reached PMF, in numbers, right? To make sure that any subsequent growth investments would not result in what I call leaky bucket. And this will come later, but as an additional part of our collaboration, I will help Umazi to set up their development process, product development, that is tailored to their team's composition, needs, resources, to make sure that they set feasible goals right in front of them and they're able to reach them. And of course, at some point of time, they will need to hire their first product manager or product leader to take it from there and lead the team to further success. And this can be really challenging and tricky for non-product people. So I will be providing my support to help identify the right profile and select the best candidate for their needs. To be honest, I've had a few mentoring and consultancy gigs before, but advisory work with Umazi is sort of the next level for me. Right? You may have heard this saying, which is give a man a fish, you will feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish, right? You will feed him for a lifetime or something like this. And this is what the advisory work is really about to me. It's not about producing the expected result per se, or only this, but about taking them on the journey of product thinking with you and showing them the rationale behind building the strategy of how to reach success. And I think that igniting this product thinking is deeply rooted in the customer and market knowledge, something that they know the best, right? And it's essential for the whole spectrum of their business. And I have no doubt in their success because the team is very dedicated. And it's really important for me that they're very open to the necessary trade-offs, for example, right? Narrowing down your audience. In my experience, it's really hard to get to this part. And it's one of the most challenging tasks for any product leader, again, because of this pressure to grow. But it's just not how it works in the beginning, right? And with Umazi, it was really easy for me to break through this common misconception. And I think that getting to such place really takes a great deal of trust. And I'm really grateful to Cindy and Kyle that they have given me this credit, right? And that they're always open to be agile, to be adaptive to new circumstances, which I think is really foundational to making this work, because we focus on what matters, right? We have defined the shared goals, we have defined the outcomes, and we focus on them instead of just, billable hours of talking or some workshops, etc. And this allows us to really dig very deep. And, well, deep is where the truth lies, usually. So to me, this is a very interesting experience that I haven't had before. And this seems like a real collaboration, not just a contractor kind of experience, not transaction. The external expert has the integrated knowledge, right, from different fields, because non-product people, they think that product is only about, like, let's say, features, right? But it's not so. This product thinking is across all the dimensions, and it's great to have this support from people who have been there for multiple years, and that they can see the connection instantly, right? And they can help you, ask you the right questions, right, to guide you there. Something that you yourself as a non-product person may not just notice, right? And this can really drastically decrease your chance to success because of no experience of how this is connected with all the other business inputs, like your growth, your business model, right? And how to connect your product to business objectives, because in the end, you want to make a business,